Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You may be able to tell through this video from the breeze and the trees and stuff like that. It's kind of windy today. And so I've chosen just to fish from the bank at some ponds in my area. You may have seen me fish this small pond before. We're gonna hop around a little bit. We'll fish here for a little bit, go to a couple of different spots. But today should be a good day for fishing. Got the camera stuck to my chest here, and got my bag thrown over my shoulder. Hopefully my body will block a lot of the wind noise in the on the camera there. I think it will. I'm going to show you guys at some point how I minimize. It doesn't completely eliminate, but minimize the wind noise on my GoPros. It's super simple. It's not. It is really not worthy of its own video, but maybe I'll do one. Not a big deal. Okay, water is super clear. I've just got a few baits today, guys. I've got minimal gear. This is the only rod and reel I brought. I'm not gonna be fishing for long, so got my Rage Craw rigged up, Texas rig style. I've not seen this pond this clear before, but we're just gonna toss it in. Just gonna toss it in and let him do his crawdaddy thing, and we'll see if we can get a bite. I'm pretty confident that we'll get one. You guys may be able to tell I got some sleeves on today. It's only about 70, but this wind feels like it's kind of cool. In the sunshine, it's comfortable. You step in the shade, you might be kind of chilly. Maybe I had a soft take or something. Oh, there's my wife texting me. I'm in trouble. See, there's a couple of little largemouth sitting on the bank right here watching me. There's one. There's one right there. There's one right there. He didn't put up much of a fight. That's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Look, right in the eye right there. Just missed your eyeball, buddy. See, that's why I came over here. I know I can always get something on the hook out of this little pond. There we go. Nice little fish. Nice little fish right there. Let's see if we can get another one on the line. There we go, my first cast. That's always fun. Just the first time you toss it in, you just get one. There you go. Never heard anybody complain about that. Some people don't like the bobber stoppers. They like to keep your Texas weight in position. I like them. I like them just fine. You know, it's tempting. Like, you want to get on the boat. It's Saturday, but I'm glad that I'm not on the boat right now, because I would just be blowing all over the place. That's what they do. That's what boats do. They float on the water. I don't know if you guys knew that. Let's fire it down the bank over there, see if anybody's sitting. Well, almost felt like I had a tug on it while I had the line in my hand. Something cathartic about just standing on the bank fishing. Pretty much the only way I fished for the first couple of years I've been fishing. It's nice. Everybody should do it every now and then. Get out the boat, stand on the bank. I like it when the water's clear enough you can see the action of your bait. That's fun. Who don't like that? Oh yeah, that was gold right there, ladies and gentlemen. Gold. There's one. This one looks like he's about the same size. Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller. Look at that, folks. Look at that. He got him. He was like, here's lunch right here. He's mad. He's not happy about his current circumstance, ladies and gentlemen. If he could, I'm sure he'd file a complaint. What would that complaint say? Very handsome fisherman on the bank has irritated me with sticking a hook in my mouth. I'd probably go along the lines of something like that. Well, I think we got the right bait and the right presentation here. Well, you know, it helps if you can cast. That's a help. You guys who are taking notes, write that one down. It helps if you can cast. You are ahead of the game if you are a fisherman who can cast. All the other fishermen who can't cast, you got a one up on them. Now, you guys know me. Typically, I don't mind to step into this stuff, but I don't really know if I feel like stepping into it right now. My feet are nice and dry and relatively clean. Let's come over here. Guys, I'm going to attempt to crawl over this thing so that I don't have to step into the murk. Okay? Now, this could work out just fine, or I could fall, and then my whole body would get wet and muddy and nasty. It's just all kind of gross nastiness down here. I think I can do it. Yeah. You guys feel free to comment about how big of a ninja I am. You're welcome. I want to talk to you guys for just a minute about fishing in areas where it's posted that it's private property of a homeowners association in a neighborhood or an apartment complex or wherever you might be, or maybe it's not even posted. It's not posted at all, but it's somewhat obvious that it's on private property. And I know that it is kind of cool, I guess, for especially some of the younger guys on YouTube to post videos, take pictures of the no fishing signs and stuff, and how they're just going to go fishing anyway, who cares, that kind of thing. You know, and I don't claim to know it all or anything, but there are liability issues and legal issues and things that can that are involved and can further develop into all kind of nonsense if you don't obey such things. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not, even if you catch a 10, 12 pounder, it's just not worth it. Just not worth it. Getting a distinct feeling that I'm lost. Okay, guys. So there's a pond near me, near my home. I fished there many times. during the spring, and I was politely asked to leave by one of the homeowners whose home is on the pond. Now, obviously, there were signs posted that it was for residents only. And for myself, sometimes I just have a rule that I will fish there because a lot of people don't mind. A lot of people would never ask any questions. They just don't mind. Oh, this is a gold mine, guys. But she politely asked me to leave months ago in the spring. And I did. And she told me some pretty crazy stories of people who were just acting totally insane on her private property. And honestly, she was telling me some things that were happening where if they were happening on my private property, I would kill someone, would literally shoot them dead. Or at least come quite close to it. So I apologized, and she could see that I was not a scummy person like a lot of the people that she is unfortunately having issues with. And she was very polite. I was polite. I told her that, I would leave and she won't see me again. Well, that's been maybe 5-6 months ago. Maybe not that long. But I was out fishing, hopping ponds, as you guys know. And I thought, you know what? That was a really good spot. She was a really nice lady. I'm just going to go down there and just knock on her door and ask one more time. And it looks like I may be able to fish there. But even if she doesn't let me fish there, her son was home. And he came out and told me about this nugget. And she said, now that's not on anybody's property, and you are free to walk down there and fish anytime you want. And so here I am. Unfortunately, I'm in the mud, and I'm about as far as I can go into this water without walking out in and standing in it, which I'm really not in the mood for right now. But what I'm looking at out that way looks so good. But right now, in the position I'm in, there's no way for me to get out there. And this land over here looks like it's people's backyards or something. I appreciate them telling me about this, but I don't know if I'm currently equipped to fish this area. As I don't even know if I can stand here without sinking in the mud. But while I'm here, I walked down here. I already took the time to walk down here. While I'm here, I'm just gonna toss this craw. Dang it. I had a feeling I was about to do that. Okay, I feel some water seeping onto my toes. It's okay. I don't mind my feet getting a little wet, but I don't want to walk ankle deep into this mess out here. I really don't. Oh yeah, and it's a mess too. It's just silt. It's not even mud. My crawl and the weight just sank right down into it. It's so so silty. It didn't even sit on top. It just went right on down. Uh-oh. Oh, gross. Okay, that's what I was... Okay, let's see if we can get out with minimal damage. Okay, all right, we made it. We made it out. Well, my feet and my toes got a little muddy, but that we can survive. Yeah, I'm just wasting my time. There's no access. Even if there was a place for me to stand on the bank, there's not going to be any space for me to be able to cast. I'll just be smacking my fishing rod into trees and weeds and everything else. Okay. All right. Now, okay, not a wild goose chase or anything, but it's not going to be accessible by foot. Oh my goodness, this is awful. I want you guys to know that if my wife could see me doing this right now, she would just tell me just how big of a nerd I am. She'd say, "You mean you went through all that just to get down to something you didn't even know was down there? And then you didn't even get to fish?" I'll say, yeah, that's right, babe. That's exactly what happened. I'm free. I'm free, guys. I actually made it. Now, if there were a big puddle or something I could walk my dirty feet through, that would be nice. So what have we learned? We've learned that obeying the rules and when you're not obeying the rules, not being obnoxious. Even if you're going to actively go against the rules, which I fished here 6 or 7 times, and I just, you know, I didn't ask anybody permission or anything. I just got in here and fished. Plenty of people walking by just waved at me and smiled. But there's 3 or 4 homes on the water right here. One woman took issue, yada yada, here we are. Now it looks like she's gonna allow me to continue to fish here in the future. And she told me about that spot down there, which, although it's shallow and I wasn't really able to get into it, if I come back at another time with a set of waders or something, who knows, I could wade down in there and catch an 8-pound bass sitting in a foot of water. Just obey the rules, guys. Don't be jerks. Don't act like an idiot. You make the rest of us who legitimately care about the rules and don't want to bother homeowners, you make us look like idiots. Okay, if you fish without a license, if you don't obey the rules of wherever it is you're fishing. Don't call yourself a fisherman. Just stop it. Because you're making those of us who are legitimate fishermen. You're making us look like you, and we don't look like you. We're law-abiding citizens, regular people. That's it. That's the end of my story. All right. You may recognize where we are. That's right. We are at the river, folks. I could not decide, and it's close by. And I thought, you know, we'll have some protection from the wind by the trees. And it'll be a little cooler because we're in the shade, and the water should be pretty low right now. So that means it should be relatively wadeable. And I can get in the water and rinse off my feet and kind of rub down my shins, because all that stuff I walk through, I know if I don't, man, if I had a bar of soap or a moist towelette or something, I would rub it all over my shins, because I'm certain that I'll walk through a bunch of crap that's just going to irritate my skin like no other. But I'm just that kind of guy. I'm just nuts, man. I'm crazy. You know, I live life on that edge. I don't know. Insert here whoever the most famous, craziest, like daredevil guy is, and just imagine him walking with me up to the woods and seeing all those weeds, and he's like, whoa, 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 you're just gonna walk through all that with just your bare shins out? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm that crazy. I'm that on the edge. Okay, water is super clear looking. We're just gonna get right in, folks. I'm just super excited. I'm ready to, oh yeah, you know, it's may even be shallow enough I could walk right out to the middle. Oh, that's, whoo, it's cool. It's cool, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a little chilly. Okay, but it feels good. You know what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna toss a couple of craws over that way. See if we can get somebody's attention. Man, that's cool. Note to self, for future reference, the river has cooled down. It has cooled down, ladies and gentlemen. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling we're gonna get a bite. Man, I thought that pond was clear. This is super duper clear. And don't be fooled just because the water is clear, man. You can't always see the fish. When these bass are sitting still, they're not doing anything, they're just sitting there, man, you can't see them. They just look like a rock. Look like a whole bunch of nothing. All right, I'm gonna bend over here and see if we can give my shins a little rub down there. Get some of that stuff off of there that I know that is on there is going to irritate my skin. You know, I'm going to quit whining about it. Okay? Just going to quit whining about it. Oh, what a pleasant day, folks. You know, if you can't take the boat, that's okay. You put your fishing pole in your hand. Go fishing, man. You don't always have to have the boat. Okay. I love how clear the water. I just scared the crap out of a frog. Yes, I did. So pleasant, you know. Right now, it's just so nice. I'd almost rather just be standing in the river than on the Cuda. Just so nice. Did I mention it was nice? I think I did. You know what? Maybe I can reach down here and roll up my shorts. Well, without sticking my fishing rod down into the rocks. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I'll roll up my shorts. My shorts 1 or 2 here. Look at that. I'm amazing. Just one good idea after the other, man. I look cool too. You guys, you can't see the whole situation, but I look freaking awesome. The river will fool you when you're just fishing on rocks. You can't just be setting a hook every time you get a bump. You'll just be setting a hook in nothing all day long. I mean, you'll look cool, you know, but some of us look cool. We don't have to be doing all that, you know. I'm not gonna say who, but oh man. Oh, I'm hung up, y'all. I don't know if he's coming out of there. Oh, I really don't think he is. Gonna circle around over here real quick. Man, it really felt like something took it. Alright, it's too deep. I can't get over there. I'm gonna have to break it off. Feels like a clean break, ladies and gentlemen. A clean break. Very clean. That's the ideal break. Guys, that's how you know that you're using the right knot and you're doing it right. You're tying on your leader. So you know you're getting your leader tied on and it's on there good. When you get hung up and you got to force a break in the line and it breaks at the hook instead of breaking at your leader. That's a good sign. You're tying on your leader nice and snug-a-bug. All right, let's get into the shallow water a little bit more and we'll tie something else on. I don't have any hard baits or no. I mean, you know, this is perfect for crankbaits. I didn't bring any. You guys know I like my crankbaits on the river. Basically, I've just got a Texas rig situation. I got some more craws and lizards and little creature bait. That's about it, really. That's all I brought. I don't like to carry everything. When you're on the kayak's carrying it, but you guys know what's up. Now this would be a real dumb place to drop this and just spill it everywhere, so I'm gonna resist doing that. I've got my ultralight, kind of my ultralight stuff in here. I got a jig. What do I feel like here? I just think I'm just gonna Texas rig again, guys. Texas rig again. I'm gonna use this wide gap just for spits and wiggles. I like my tackle to be organized, guys. I mean, as organized as possible, you know. I mean, I'm not a freak about it, but I like to stay organized the best I can. Grab a plastic here. I'm gonna grab a black with red flake Zoom Lizard 6-inch, I believe it is. It is a 6-inch. And do I know my 6 inches or what? Right down in there. I'm up here. Twist him around. Get on there now. There we go. Look at that. That's just beautiful. There we have it. Ready to roll. Okay. Just gonna wade up through here. Man, the water feels so good now. Well, I'm falling over. See if we can get anybody, find any smallmouth over here who are hungry for a big old black lizard. I bet we can. What do y'all think? Yeah, I think we can. We got a little, kind of a little pool right here. We might get somebody. Here in the next couple weeks, this is just going to be nothing but leaves. The whole river is going to look like this right here. It's just going to be leaves, leaves, and more leaves. Oh, I've got the smallest fish that's ever bit my lizard. Look at this, guys. How in the world? How in the world? Look at this. I mean, look at that. His mouth is just absolutely just big enough to get in there. Look at that. That's the craziest thing. Huh. Did not expect something that small to be able to even get the hook down in there, but it surprises you guys. Don't be afraid of the bigger hooks. Don't be afraid of the bigger hooks. I mean, anybody who fishes for bass, every now and then you catch this tiny little bass. It's the bait is bigger. Your lure is bigger than the bass you catch. They're just, that's how they look for food. They're mean. Thanks for watching today, guys. Just had a fun time skipping around to a couple of ponds. Didn't get the boat out. As you guys can see, it was super windy. Very glad I didn't get the boat out. Make sure to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Guys, if you're watching any of these videos, subscribe. I'm going to keep putting them up. We're going to keep having a good old time. You guys keep it real, and we will see you next time in the next Crawyakker video. Peace.